What if I told you there's a YouTube niche that's growing 500% year over year that almost nobody knows about? I'm about to share the hottest YouTube niches that are practically begging for content creators. Now, before we dive in, let me share a quick story. Just a few years ago, I was a pharmacist drowning in $300,000 in student loan debt. And I was trying to grow my business online on the side, but I was failing miserably. And fast forward to today, and I'm making multiple six figures per month from my YouTube channels and my coaching businesses. And one of the biggest reasons why I've been able to make money is because I chose the right niches. And the niches I'm about to share with you are some of the best ones out there. Let's look at my student Sean, who went from about 30K per month to making over 180K per month because he was in one of the best niches out there.
6 months ago, I was doing about $30,000 a month profit, which is cool. But 6 months later, after working with Shane, I am doing $150,000 per month profit for the past 4 months consistently.
And that's about a 6x increase in 60 days. And that is the power of choosing the right niche. So if you're ready to skyrocket your YouTube growth, choosing the right niche is going to be an absolute game changer for you. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that in this video. So let's start with why choosing the right niche is so crucial. And we're really going to break this down in a logical way so that you fully understand it. Here's a metaphor for you. Choosing a niche is like surfing. You want to catch the wave right as it's building, right at the right time, not when it's already crashed. And there are three types of niches. You've got stable niches, growing niches, and declining niches. And you've probably heard the phrase, the riches are in the niches. Well, on YouTube, this is especially true. But the problem is you kind of need to be inside of a growing niche to see its explosive growth. Let me give you an example from my own journey. When I first started on YouTube, I was creating content about general career advice. And it was a stable niche, but my growth was slow. And it wasn't until I niched down to helping people land high-paying jobs without a college degree that things really took off. And this was a growing niche that was adjacent to the niche that I was in, meaning a lot of the people that watched the content in the niche that I was in would also be interested in this other niche. And this was a growing niche that tapped into a real pain point for my audience. Now let's talk about how to find these growing niches. And there are a few main tools that I use. Now the first one is going to be Google Trends. And this is a very simple and easy to use free tool. And it's great for seeing the overall trajectory of a topic over time. Another tool that can be very useful that's similar to Google Trends is Exploding Topics. And this is fantastic for spotting emerging trends before they hit the mainstream. And another tool that I've found to be incredibly useful is actually Reddit. A lot of the time, topics will get very popular on Reddit first before they get popular on other platforms. And a really good way of searching Reddit and figuring out which topics are related to each other and which topics are blowing up is a tool called Anvaka. This will show you which subreddits relate to each other, and it'll help you do general research. Now, I discovered the remote work niche was about to explode using these tools around 2020, and I started creating content around this topic. As you can probably guess, when the pandemic hit in 2020, my channel absolutely skyrocketed. And that's the power of being in the right niche at the right time. All right, so now that we've established how you can find the right niches, let's dive into the meat of this video. The top 10 growing YouTube niches. And remember, these are niches that are not just popular, but are showing strong upward trends. First up, we have niche-specific health content. And I'm talking about channels that focus on specific conditions like diabetes, tinnitus, or autoimmune disorders. Now, why is this exploding? Well, people are increasingly turning to YouTube for health information, especially for chronic conditions. And they want in-depth specific content that goes beyond what they would get in a 15-minute doctor's visit. And a lot of the time, they want to hear from other people who suffer from the condition, not just from doctors. Just as an example, one of my clients, Guy, started a channel about tinnitus after struggling it with himself. And he was brand new to YouTube when he came in. We convinced him to do a personal brand and show his face. We convinced him to tell his story. And within months, he was landing his first brand deal with a major tinnitus-related company that he's now making thousands from. Next up, we have Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing, and this niche is absolutely on fire right now. So just as an example, you can look at the Mickelson twins. They're doing about $110 million a year in this space. Why? Because more and more people are looking for ways to create passive income, and self-publishing is a very accessible way to do that. Plus, with the rise of AI, it's easier than ever to publish your own work. Next is YouTube automation, and this is one that I have mixed feelings on because I think it's way better to start a personal brand on YouTube. However, YouTube automation is incredibly attractive. Think about it. You can make all this money, supposedly anyways, without even showing your face. So you could basically just be, living in your mom's basement and be making making all of this money on the internet without even having to interact with another human being. That's pretty attractive to a lot of people out there. And so basically, this is where you're making faceless channels where it's pretty much all automated content. You probably even hire someone else to do the voiceover. You might even do the voiceover with AI. And it's appealing because it promises the benefits of YouTube without the time commitment of being on camera. Now, one thing I do like about YouTube automation is the process of streamlining, optimizing, and operationalizing your content creation. And this is something that I've taken into the personal brand world. And that's exactly what I teach people how to do, because I only have to work about 4 hours per week to maintain my YouTube channel. But without a doubt, faceless YouTube automation is super hot. I usually don't work with faceless YouTubers because I think it's really hard to monetize, but I get a lot of people with faceless channels that request to work with me. And as long as they understand that it's a little bit harder to monetize faceless channels and they have realistic expectations, then I'm open to working with them. And by the way, if you want to work with me, links in the description and the pinned comment below. Then you've got niche specific diets. And I'm not talking about general healthy eating content. I'm talking about super specific diets like plant-based, carnivore, or keto. Now, why is this growing? Because people are increasingly aware that nutrition is not a one-size-fits-all type of thing. They're looking for specific dietary advice that fits their unique needs and goals. For some people, a pescatarian diet might be the best diet for them. For some people, vegetarian might be. For some people, carnivore might be. And for some people, keto might be. And so people are looking into these, very niche and specific diets, and they're realizing that it's really good for their health in many cases. Carnivore diet, for instance, is one that is incredibly hot right now. So yeah, those are absolutely blowing up. Next is mental health and wellness. And this is another niche that is seeing massive growth. So during the pandemic, mental health was at an all-time low. Everyone was stuck inside. The world was kind of going a little crazy. And just like diets, mental health is also not a one-size-fits-all solution. There are different types of mental health practices, such as mindfulness, emotional intelligence, meditation, and different types of therapy. They're going to work better for different types of people. And so channels that focus on specific types of mental health issues or specific types of mental health treatments are getting very popular right now. Some of them are very diet-based, right? Because your diet definitely affects your mental health. Others are extremely meditation-based. And then there's some that, frankly, to me are a little bit weird, like tapping techniques, for instance. But hey, if it works, it works. Next is going to be sustainable living and eco-friendly products. So sustainability is no longer a fringe interest. It's mainstream and it's growing fast on YouTube. And this niche covers everything from zero waste lifestyles to reviews of eco-friendly products. And it's growing because consumers are becoming more conscious about their environmental impact. And did you know that there is reusable, sustainable, natural diapers? Yep, that is a thing, and a lot of people actually use them. So this is a massive industry that's growing like crazy right now, and more people are making YouTube channels about it. Next is my niche for my main channel, which is remote work and digital nomad lifestyle. So the remote work revolution is here to stay, and content around this lifestyle in general is booming. So whether you're working a remote job or you start your own business where you get to work remotely, this is a dream for a lot of people out there. And this niche covers topics like how to find remote jobs, how to set up a home office, how to balance work-life balance when they happen in the same space, how to start your own business so that you can work remotely, how to travel while you work, etc., etc. And I mentioned earlier how I tapped into this niche before it exploded. One of my videos, for instance, 17 work from home job companies always hiring, has over 1 million views, and it continues to bring in new subscribers daily. Next is going to be one that you probably already know about, but this one is just super solid, and it's probably the easiest one to make money with, and that is personal finance and investing. And specifically, we can talk about for millennials and Gen Z. Now, personal finance content tailored specifically to younger generations is seeing massive growth. And this isn't your parents' financial content where they just talk about index funds or investing in gold. It's content about all different types of investments: crypto, NFTs, side hustles, how to navigate the gig economy, how to invest in skills, and of course, all the other types of investments as well. Now, the truth is some of these investments are a little bit more on the gambling side than the investing side. But with that being said, cryptocurrency, for instance, people have been saying that it's going to die for like 15 years almost now, and it's only just gotten bigger and bigger. So there definitely is something to a lot of these different types of investments. Next is AI and machine learning for beginners. So AI and machine learning is not just for tech geeks anymore. There's a growing demand for content that explains these complex topics to beginners in a way that they can easily use it. And this niche is exploding because AI is becoming more and more relevant in our daily lives, and people want to understand it. So this is one that I've been following a lot. I just think a lot of the AI stuff is absolutely incredible. And if you're not using AI like ChatGPT and Claude, what are you doing? You absolutely need to start using it because it's going to make your output like twice as good and it's going to be like 10 times as fast. So you absolutely have to use it. And you need to figure out ways that you can implement it into your job as well. So AI won't replace people. People using AI will replace people. Next is personal branding and online entrepreneurship. And this niche is about helping people build their personal brands and monetize their expertise online. And this niche is growing because more and more people are realizing that in the digital age, your personal brand is one of your most valuable assets. So just as an example, my client Josh Madicore tapped into this niche with his IT career coaching. And he went from making less than 1K per month with his YouTube channel to making over 186K in a single month and also getting a job at a FANG company. And he basically became the go-to expert for landing high-paying IT jobs. So if you want to know how to properly monetize these niches, go ahead and check out this video right here where I go over the different monetization strategies and which ones are the best and worst on YouTube.